that I run in this is more specialised classes are actually getting bigger and bigger and bigger. There are yoga teachers that are now desperate to get on these training courses in order to facilitate these classes. More people now are taking more care of their health. I think social media is making people a bit more aware, and mums for a long time were quite an untapped market, which is quite fair to say. I think quite a lot of mums were left postnatally to go to toddler groups, and the sort of postnatal rehabilitation side of things were a little bit left behind. But now classes are thriving, babies are thriving, but for me, most importantly, women are thriving, mothers are thriving. And yeah, Brodie's just like the perfect example of a little yoga baby. But what I would say is Louise is also a perfect example of a mum that's really started to listen into her own body, prenatally, postnatally. This is the second yoga baby that I've seen Louise bring to me. And yeah, I get to see these families just thrive, and it's just beautiful.
And the great thing about it is, not so many years ago, a woman might have felt that she wasn't, after the birth of a baby, able to do exercise because, hey, I ain't got no time. I've got the baby to look after.
That's a huge factor. And even if you were really active before, even if you were a runner, if you a gymnast, or whatever your sport was before, suddenly when you become pregnant, you feel as though that part of your life's a little bit taken off of you. And what the yoga does prenatally is give you something to keep you together. He's been so good. Keep you together in order to stay strong while you're pregnant, to come back stronger postnatally. And with these classes, there's been a real rise in bring your baby classes to fitness classes and so on. But what I do, and what quite a lot of the really well-trained yoga teachers in sort of Scotland, UK and further afield do, is we take a woman at her most vulnerable stage in her life, this big hormonal soup that's just been shaken up like a champagne bottle, and we just get the movement, the breath, really integral from the start, so that they will rehabilitate physically sooner, energetically sooner, and emotionally a little bit sooner.
So Louise told me about the benefits for her. You mentioned it right at the top, a yoga baby. What are the benefits of coming to the classes for the baby?
For the babies. So you can go really cutesy on this and go, they love the singing, they love the movement.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. I knew this would happen. You see, it's all kicking off now. It's all right, Brodie, don't worry about it. This place is falling apart anyway, it's fine.
They absolutely love the singing, they love the movement, they love the other babies, they love the social aspect, and that's the real cutesy side of things. But it's about creating safe attachments for babies. When babies are in an environment that they feel really safe and secure to their primary caregiver, they absolutely thrive, and they thrive in the way of their motor skills develop really well, all their neurodevelopment develops really well, they become super active and confident in their surroundings. Like I say, is a good example of this. We've got a little kamikaze baby here, but like I say, digestive issues are no longer an issue, feeding, sleeping's all improved, and even if a baby doesn't sleep well, then we'll all support you in class anyway, because none of our babies sleep. They're not meant to sleep.
Some people might think, I go to yoga,
and
my Friday night yoga is all about relaxing at the end of a busy week. Some people might think that babies in a yoga class do not necessarily make for a relaxing environment. I'm just being devil's advocate here.
No, honestly, it's the most spooky. I think I've done it for so long. I've been doing this for 8 years now, and the way we split up the class, so what we always do is we have our forum to let us know how we all feel. We get the baby yoga done first. So we do all the singing, all the movement, we get them all involved, then the babies all have a little feed, we have another little chill out and chat, and then the babies all settle down and we get to run a yoga class as normal. If we're having a bit of a kamikaze day and all the babies want to get involved, then we will lift them up and we will do some stuff with them. They're a real big part of the class. But I've had babies as young as 4 months old, because I still chant to babies. We still do all the yoga, the different things that we do in yoga. When we chant to a baby, babies will learn to call and respond a yoga chant. We om to the babies, they calm right down.
So you tell me Brodie's first word is not going to be mum or dad, but namaste. Is that
it's probably going to be a little bit like om, or probably snack.
Shanty om.
Shanty om.
In the second half of the
they
class,
fall asleep in the second half.
Fall asleep?
Yeah.
They'll just lie on the yoga mat and
just zen right out.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you, there's no better advert than Brodie. We've many guests, including probably Jay Rayner, less well behaved in the studio than Brodie this morning. How long can you carry on doing this? When is the kind of cut-off age when it stops working?
So I let mums decide on their own cut-off age, because quite a lot of mums have to go back to work 6 to 9 months post-birth. So then that's them losing the ability to come to class just because life gets in the way. Brodie, he's in class still. He's a year old. All we have to do now is we take the bigger babies and just separate them from the smaller babies. So I put them in the eye gouging corner because they all love to pick each other's eyes out. But even the little babies all turn to look at the bigger babies. And yeah, it's a really, really, really sociable class. We just love it.
I think it's time to stop when they start taking your hands away from downward dog and stuff.
Yeah, when they start batting your hands away.
Do you think that? Yeah, maybe when they're teenagers, it might just be time.
I'd quite like Heather to do like a toddler class now, because I just don't want to give it up.
No, Heather's not convinced about that, I don't think. Heather, what do you think? That's...
I have done it. I mean, I have done it, but I've only got
once.
My tank of energy is quite limited as well, and I'm spread quite thin at the minute. I've got about 125 students a week at the minute. And not all mums, but yeah, my energy. I've done toddlers. I've done my own toddlers. I'm not doing any more.
Oh, wait a minute. It always takes a while. The penny has finally dropped with me what this is all about. What you're doing is basically starting your customers of the future.
Satisfying my need to hold everybody else's baby and hand them back.
But you're also ensuring that you've got a next generation of customers, because they're going to grow up. Brodie's going to grow up a yoga fan, so there you go.
Well, what I actually have to say I teach a lot in Edinburgh, and I always have to say to my Edinburgh ladies, the mothers of sons, I'm really sorry if your son brings home a wife and she's from the back end of Paisley, because they found this, Paisley accent really alluring as an adult.
It all started there. Listen, you can come back anytime. This has been an absolute joy to talk to you about all of you. Heather Burns, thank you very much indeed for your time.
For having us.
Louise Christie, Brodie has been a total wee star.
Well done, Brodie.
I think he'll just stay. Is that all right?
Well, he's welcome to stay.
I'll leave his snacks.
As long as you leave his snacks, he's more than welcome to stay. Louise, pleasure to meet you. Good luck with the baby yoga moving forward. Thank you.